And I tend to work in very practical examples. And I was working with a big GP practice recently, having real problems with staff turnover, and people were just leaving. They weren't happy. There was various assumptions being made. That the receptionist is grumpy, she's difficult. She's not performing. And all the rest of it. So I went to speak to the receptionist who'd left, and she agreed to speak to me. And I said, tell me a bit about your experience. And she said, well, I think they think I've left because I was busy and couldn't cope and was stressed. That wasn't the case at all. I know full well this is a stressful environment. It's a GP practice in the community. I've been working in this area for years. That was never the reason. So, well, tell me, what was the reason? It was the lack of civility and respect. It was feeling that I wasn't seen, that I wasn't regarded as important. And I said, well, how did that show up? Well, she said, so emotionally, what was happening was I was withdrawing to protect myself. And that was then being observed as me being difficult and grumpy and withdrawn. And I didn't feel able to safely express how I was feeling and why I was showing up in that way. And I said, well, give me some examples of what was leading to that. So, okay, well, we've got all these GPs and other health professionals coming into work every day. 9 times out of 10, no one says good morning to me. 9 times out of 10, no one says good evening to me when they leave.
Mind me.
When I receive an email, because everybody's busy and stressed, it rarely has my name at the top and rarely says anything like, hey, how you doing? It's a very transactional email. It just gives me an instruction.
Task focused,
Task
yeah.
focused, no top or bottom. So the thing is, I end up feeling uncared for and unseen. And I spoke to some of the GPs, and GPs said, well, I do that, but blimey, that's only once a day. I said, but the cumulative effect of 9 out of 10 people not saying hello, not saying goodbye, a lack of courtesy, a lack of civility. I said, the receptionist is receiving that 10 times a day, every day. So the cumulative impact of those things has led to that person having an emotional experience of this organization that has led her to leave, not because she's grumpy and difficult and not performing,
Yeah.
and not because she's stressed and can't cope.